Filmmaking can be a lot like cooking. There's a lot of different elements being thrown together in an attempt to create something unique and satisfying, and plenty can go wrong. You can end up with a delicious masterpiece or a disgusting mess. But then there's that in-between. Maybe it isn't the greatest thing ever that's going to win you a Michelin star or an Academy Award, but you created something that is just enjoyable and comforting. Something that keeps bringing people back over and over again because of the good vibes and memories associated with it. In food, this is something like a grilled cheese sandwich. But to me, the ultimate comfort food in movie form is Chef. Chef is Jon Favreau's dive into the culinary world. He writes, directs, and stars as Carl Kasper, who used to be a rising star in cuisine, but is now stuck in a creative rut at his fancy restaurant and is struggling as a father after his divorce. Following a breakdown after a bad review of his food goes viral, Carl decides to go back to basics and open up a food truck. The rest of the movie follows Carl, his son Percy, and best friend / sous chef Martin on a road trip across America, selling cubanos and growing their bond with each other. This is just a chill movie. After the first 30 minutes, there's pretty much no conflict. It's just hanging out with these characters that we really like. Pure vibes is the best way that I could describe it. I really love road trip movies and movies about food. So it's like this movie was made in a lab specifically to appeal to me. Also, a word of warning, do not watch this movie on an empty stomach or you will become unbelievably hungry. This movie shoots food so well. The grilled cheese sandwich scene is up there as one of the best cooking scenes in any movie. The road trip aspect is done so well too. The different cities visited each have their appropriate music and food highlighted. Cuban music and sandwiches in Miami, jazz and beignets in New Orleans, and country and brisket in Austin. It's like a handful of vignettes dedicated to each individual city. Favreau studied under celebrity chef Roy Choi to prepare for his role, and it definitely pays off. There is no cheating in this movie. You fully buy into Carl Kasper as a master chef. He has all the mannerisms down to a T. You can see more of this on the Chef Show on Netflix, where Favreau and Choi travel around the country to cook with other chefs, and Favreau displays legitimate skill and does pretty well keeping up with these culinary masters. Like the movie, the show is super cozy and just good vibes. I think the movie works so well because you can see Favreau's passion behind it. He had long wanted to make a movie about chefs, and he put his all into making it authentic. The story is also a personal one. Carl Kasper's journey from rising star to micromanaged creative mirrors Favreau's own career as a filmmaker. Started off as an indie darling by writing Swingers, before eventually working under big studios with stuff like Iron Man 1 and 2 and Cowboys vs. Aliens, where he faced a loss of creative control and studio oversight. With Chef, he went back to his roots of a small story with likable characters. Speaking of which, the characters are really what makes this movie. It has such a good ensemble cast. Favreau, as I mentioned, put his all into making Carl Kasper authentic and a lovable, somewhat loser. There's a couple of really great scenes where you really feel his passion for cooking coming through.
Is this boring to you?
No, I like it.
Yeah, well, I love it. Everything that's good that's happened to me in my life came because of that. I might not do everything great in my life. Okay, I'm not perfect. I'm not the best husband, and I'm sorry if I wasn't the best father. But I'm good at this.
MJ Anthony, who plays Percy, the young son, gives a really good performance for a kid. He's never annoying or whiny, and the moments where he is angry or upset with Carl, you understand and believe him. John Leguizamo is also great in this. The whole time, Martin is 100% behind Carl, always so positive, and really adds to the overall fun vibe of this movie, and I don't think it would work as well without this character. The rest of the cast is fantastic too. Sofia Vergara, Bobby Cannavale, Oliver Platt, Scarlett Johansson, Amy Sedaris, and an amazing cameo from Robert Downey Jr.
Is it? So it's yours? That's what she's saying. You know, I know. I got a problem because she's best receptionist I've ever had.
Yeah.
Good news is I had my tubes tied in '08, so clearly she's also a fucking liar.
Like I said in the beginning of this video, Chef might not be high cinema, but it's a movie I find myself coming back to over and over again. It flies by so fast, and I enjoy being with these characters so much that the simplistic story never gets old to me. I literally watched it 2 days in a row to prepare for this video, and both times it was like I was watching it for the first time. It's so entertaining, and it just has a really good message that can apply to any aspect of life, not just cooking or filmmaking, and that is, do what makes you happy. Oftentimes we get really sucked into what is the best career move, and marching to the beat of someone else's drum. But when you're stuck in a place where you're miserable and missing out on the really important things in life, maybe it's best to take a step back and go back to your roots. Find your spark again and see where that takes you. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go eat a Cubano now. I'll see you next time.